Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the Bulldog Business Show. Thank you so much for joining us as we share what's happening in the College of Business on the MSU campus. You also can stay up to date on our social media platforms. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and X. We want to welcome in our podcast listeners as well. Glad to have all of you along. So a department in the College of Business officially has a new name. The department head will join us in just a moment to talk a little bit more about it. First, though, as always, we're going to begin with a few little business bites for you. The first one is our Online MBA program is #1. For the second time in 5 years, MSU's Online Master of Business Administration program has earned the top spot in national rankings released by Best Value Schools. Now, this recognition really is a testament to the strength of our curriculum, the dedication of our faculty and staff, and all the hard work of our students. The curriculum includes a foundation in management, marketing, finance, economics, and quantitative analysis. Secondly, we had another successful Club 1915 event. This time we did it in Starkville. Business Bulldogs met for an evening of networking at one of Starkville's newest spots right in the middle of the Cotton District. It was the Landing. Our thanks to Ken Ezel and the staff for co-hosting this event. Dean Scott Groff provided some updates, and we heard from Dr. Melissa Moore about some exciting news in her department. So stay tuned to our social media platforms for information on the next Club 1915 event. Now, speaking of Dr. Melissa Moore, she's also our guest today, and she's here to share more on this news coming out of her department from the institutions of higher learning. So, Dr. Moore, first of all, thanks so much for being here. And your department is now the Marketing, Quantitative Analysis, and Supply Chain Logistics.
Yes, and we are so thrilled about it.
We got the news, just several weeks ago. Tell us what this means for the department.
This is a huge accomplishment for the department. It's an important testament to the dedication of the faculty and the research that we're producing within the department. We've had a long history of having excellence in the area of marketing and quantitative analysis. And then more recently, just dialing it back a few decades ago, we got involved in the area of transportation. That transportation area, that focus area grew into a minor of supply chain management. And then just recently, in fall of 2021, we embraced that minor and turned it into a major supply chain logistics. And so with this change in terms of the name of the department, we are holistically bringing in this major into the curriculum that we're already providing to our outstanding students.
So before that, there was a focus on business law. So why the change there?
So our business law department, or that area, or that focus area within the department, is extremely important. They provide a lot of service courses to students within the College of Business and across the university. However, we don't have a minor or we don't have a major in the business law area. This change in terms of the department name incorporates both the major of marketing, the major of supply chain logistics, and then the minor that we have in quantitative analysis. So, these three important areas signal to our students the destination to go to if they're seeking expertise in marketing, supply chain logistics, and quantitative analysis.
I've been here for about 7 months, and already I've been able to cross paths with students who have had experience in that supply chain area, those who are doing the live learning. Yes. So talk about why this is going to be so great for the students and them in their career paths.
Absolutely, like having that title on their transcript, in addition to having a degree from Mississippi State, it definitely sets them apart for so many students, not just across the state and the region, but nationally. We are well known for our research expertise in supply chain management and the logistics and transportation area, and to be able to have that then as a major, in addition to the students that want to be able to have that as a minor, again, truly just sets them apart. It gives them an advantage.
What kind of careers are they looking at with that degree?
Oh, with that type of degree, there's so many different things that they can do in terms of getting engaged with order processing, just general supply chain management, transportation, you name it. There's a lot of opportunity for students.
The marketing piece of your department is a popular one for students. A lot of students want to go into marketing and sort of being in that branding arena, but marketing in business is more focused on exactly that business. It's not so much branding, correct?
Well, the marketing area, I mean, that's broad as well. And so whether it's branding, whether it's marketing research, whether we're taking a look at retailing, social media, content management, again, that's a broad spectrum too. We'll find that a lot of students will double major in marketing and supply chain logistics, or possibly do one of the minors. So they really complement each other so well.
When you talk about the live case learning that students have the opportunity to do, talk about the importance, the richness of what they get out of those opportunities.
Experiential learning is a term that is often used, but when you put it into the context of a live case, it is at a different level.
Because you're immersed in it then.
They are immersed in it. It is a partnership with the professor, the students, and the company. It involves several visits, several communications, trips to different destinations. It's truly a wholly immersive experience that is life-changing for the student and something that they can share not only in an interview, but then also highlight on a resume that's going to get them that interview.
And that, to me, I think that sort of like puts them at the top of the pile when they are being compared to other students.
Absolutely.
Well, it's all very exciting. Dr. Moore, thanks so much for joining us. When we come back, we're going to talk to another professor in the department with more on this new supply chain logistics feature. We'll be right back.
Mississippi State University's College of Business creates connections that can change lives, with more than $2 million available in scholarships next year. Take advantage of the top research institution in the state. Professors have practical experience in their field, and students have the opportunity to work on live projects with partner companies. Earn your MBA online in as few as 10 courses from U.S. News & World Report's Top 100 program. Give your business career a head start. Visit business.msstate.edu to learn more.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Dr. Frank Adams is a professor of supply chain logistics and marketing, and he is joining us now to talk a little bit more about this excitement that's going on in the department. Thanks so much for being here.
Great to be here. Appreciate the time.
Absolutely. So let's talk about this change now that's gone on in the department that really focuses on supply chain logistics.
Yeah, you know, this has really been the work of 15 years, if you get right down to it, even before the department made a commitment to try and re-energize their supply chain program. And it has been mainly business driven. That's one of the foci we've had, is to make sure that we are staying in touch with industry, making sure we know what it is they want, what the needs are. We do look for best practices. We do bring our research to it. But that connection is really, that was like the dam buster on how the department name change happened.
I think it's important for students and parents to know as they're bringing their kids into the College of Business that you are having conversations with industry, so that your kids are not to come here for 4 years and just get some degree that they're not going to be able to use. You're hearing directly from industries.
Oh yes, we go seeking what their needs are, but more than that, we have partnerships with Canadian American Transport Global that actually runs a brokerage office here on campus, hiring about 20 supply chain students a semester to do 20-hour internships. And that goes full into brokering freight. I mean, they're doing everything a broker would do. Melissa has talked to you about the live cases where they have done inventory problem resolution, they have done branding problem resolution. We have gone in and looked at best customers, just a wide range of things.
So what is the reaction, though, you get from students who've been through those experiences? They come out feeling like, you know, as we talked about previously, they've been immersed in it and they feel like they're ready to hit the ground running.
You can tell a difference. And the interesting part is, I don't think the students fully understand the impact. They know it's big, it's important, it energizes them. But when we talk to them as alumni and we try and get them back here as often as we can, they're like, yeah, you know, I got just eaten up by a manager and it was no big deal because I had to go through that.
And I've heard this somewhere before, right?
Yeah.
The other really great thing about the live cases is that once they have been through the process of, you know, looking at whatever the problem of the industry is, they sit down with high-level managers and do presentations, right?
Oh yes, the CEOs are usually there, or the chief marketing officer, depending on what the nature of the project is. But yes, they are presenting at the highest levels, and their material is very good.
How do you all get them prepared for that? Because there's got to be some jitters. You know, these are 20 and 21, 22-year-olds. You're sitting in front of these high-level leaders. there are obviously some jitters there. How do you prepare them for that?
Well, it's the way anyone would prepare for it in business. Even when it comes to presentations, you're going to practice, of course. But establishing fundamentals in the other classes early on, so these people know what they're talking about. And when they see a problem, they recognize what it is and what tools to bring to it. That takes some of the edge off of it. But just the run-throughs, making sure you covered every base, looking for the weaknesses, squeezing them out. It's really, in supply chain terms, it's a continuous improvement process.
One of the things I find most impressive is the research piece of what they do. They really get involved in research, and they, analyze every single problem to try to come up with a solution. So how important is the research aspect? Because you have to do all of that before you can put together a presentation.
Sure. And that, once again, goes to what the project is. If it's an inventory problem, you're going to be looking at things like how much does it cost, how many of them are you using, how frequently, how important is it to what you build. If you're talking about, say, a branding problem of some sort or a promotions problem, you're going to have to start looking at who is the customer, what is it that attracts them, what's going to resonate with them when you go to try and put this sort of package together, start thinking what the solution should be.
How many students do you have that come through your marketing class that think all marketing is getting on social media and putting out a post and videos and pictures?
A lot.
A lot of them. So how do you have to correct that thinking?
Well, the thing is, my colleagues do a great job of that. Mike Brazil, when he talks about the power of brands and what they do, and when Kevin Shanahan starts talking about how promotions work, Rob Moore talking about digital strategy, not just making a post. These things all wind up congealing together to help them reshape their thoughts about what marketing is.
And I think one of the things they have to learn early on is that your audience, it's not your friends, it's not just your family members, who are you trying to, market the product to, right?
Oh, yes. And, one of the things, it always looks easy, it always looks fabulous from the outside. One of the things the experiential learning opportunity does is it really drives home, and even the in-class projects drive home, how much has to happen that no one's ever going to see. How many hours are you going to burn away getting this thing ready and maybe scrapping some ideas to have this thing that looks easy to do?
Well, we know this new piece to our marketing department is going to be fantastic for the students, the supply chain logistics, and we're so happy to have you in there working with them and getting them prepared for their futures. Thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here. Thanks for the time.
All right, so before we go, as always, we want to remind you to join Club 1915. One way, if you are watching us, is by scanning a QR code that's going to be on your screen in a few minutes. It will take you directly to that site that will give you more information about Club 1915, and then you can join. If you're listening to this by podcast, the website is business.msstate.edu/Club1915. Go ahead and join. You can get updates from our Dean, Dr. Scott Graw, monthly updates, and you'll also get invitations to cool 1915 events. We'll be happy to have you join us. But thank you for joining us here for another installment of the Bulldog Business Show, and we'll see you next time.